So in this video, figure drawing dynamic poses from reference, I've chose these two poses from Pinterest. And this first pose being a top-down view, and then the second pose having a little bit of foreshortening in it. Now, this first pose being a top-down foreshortened view or perspective view, I wanted to kind of draw a little more boxes with the form of this particular figure drawing pose. So I start out with the box for the head, and I'm just laying out the structure, trying to, figure out the position of the head and trying to lay down the foundations of the angle of the head. Working my way down towards the body. So I'm kind of just drawing the box, trying to figure out where the box is going to go for his top of his shoulders. And I'm just drawing it going down, adding in that circle in the center where the neck is going to go. I'm adding in that line to the center of the head, just for add a little structure to know where the eyes are going to go or where the nose is going to go when I start to adding those details. Now I'm adding in the waist, drawing the box in, and it's good to have a general knowledge of drawing boxes in 3D space, which makes it easier to draw these poses out. And in those two lines where the waist is, kind of an indication of where the legs are going to go on the bottom, and then also on the top where the shoulders are going to go. And it's kind of a way, it's a method for drawing the attachment of the shoulders, where you're kind of you're drawing the top of the box and you're kind of adding this top line. And I'll draw that in some other poses to kind of show that, to show where you have the box, but even though you have the box, when you're, especially if the arm is raised or things like that, you can kind of see it a little bit better. So I'm using the red to kind of show the rib cage, just to get a little general idea of where the rib cages go when you start to or decide to add in that chest area when you're making the details. I'm adding in the cylinder for the leg, going straight down. And the further down you go, the smaller it gets. Down in perspective, it's getting smaller. Sometimes it gets a little tricky when you're doing that. So you kind of the more you do it, the more you get used to it. You have to kind of train your eye to draw it smaller as you go down. So I'm adding in the cylinder for the forearm, drawing in that hand, or like the outline of the hand where it's going to go. And the arm on the right side, getting that hand in there. Just a slight outline of the hand, working in some of the fingers, since the hand is the fingers are squished in, so you don't really see too much of them. But you just draw them out as best you can to get them in there. That's one thing about drawing with this particular pencil. You can switch back and forth between the blue and the red. Even though with this particular pencil you can't erase. I think I mentioned it before, but it's good for practicing and drawing poses. Now with this one, she has her hand, I guess, pointed out, so the hand is foreshortened. So I kind of wanted to add this in there because I know I've been getting some requests for doing some more foreshortened poses. So now I'm just drawing it, the little box for the chest, trying to figure out the position of the box, how to place it in there, because I could just make the circle, but I decided to draw the box first and then add that rib cage in there, so you can see how the rib cage, or the position of where the rib cage is going to go when I start to use that red. Now I'm curving the line to kind of find out the position of where to add her waist. So I kind of just add like a quick line and curved it. That way I can kind of just draw that box on that curve, so I can kind of figure that curve out easily. Because sometimes I could just draw the box out without doing that, but for this particular one, I wanted to show that you can kind of have to make that curve of a line to kind of get an indication, or kind of a quick structure of where to place that box when you're trying to get that curve. Because sometimes it's hard to curve or draw the box in that curve without doing that. So I'm adding the lines, attaching it to that waist. Now I'm just looking at the pose, trying to figure out how to structure that rib cage. So I'm just drawing it in, connecting it all the way to the top of the head. That way I get a general idea of where the rib cage is. And now you see, because the arm is raised, I raised those two lines from the center of the box area to show that the arm is raised. So whenever the arm is raised, I will raise those two center line, well, the center line, I'll have the dot in the middle, and I'll just raise the line up for where the box would be to draw that, to show that the shoulder is raised when I'm drawing in those arms. That way it's easier for when you start to add those details. I'm just making quick rough sketches of where the hand is going to go, just to outline it, measure it out. So I'm starting to draw it lightly because I know I can't erase, so I'm just drawing it light, like a real quick mess to kind of see where everything is going to go, and I've just placed the shapes within that mess. So I'm darkening some of the lines, adding in that arm on the right side. It's kind of going down, and her hand is kind of resting on that leg. So I'm just drawing a quick outline of where the hand is going to go. Now I'm just working in these shapes for the hand. And you see I'm using the same method as before, 3 cylinders for the fingers. And I'm just slowly working each finger in. It's like you're constructing it. So you're drawing each cylinder, you're breaking it apart, and you start to add in those fingers as you go. And this particular one, I'm working from the palm out. And I know in some of the hand tutorials that I've drawn, or at least the other poses where I drew the hand, I've drawn from the tip going in. So it all depends on the method you want to use. That makes it the easiest to get the pose done. And I'm just connecting the thumb, adding some more details to the palm, making sure I get all the fingers in there. I'm going to stretch out, darken it up a little bit more. Trying to make sure I get at least enough of it done to make it easier to, add details to it, to refine it, to make it whatever character you want to make it. And that's it for this video. If you want to see more videos like this, don't forget to hype it up, hit the like button, subscribe, and comment for any other posts you want to see. And take care.